So pour your drinks up and Medellin. I said it's Toast Up Tuesdays. So come and get your fix here at 8 p.m.
Oh, hey.
Greetings.
So
what's happening?
Profile. Hey, Cool As L is in full effect tonight. What it do?
Yo, what's happening?
What it do? Toast Up Tuesday. I got
Welcome.
I'm turned up. I'm dead. Yes, that's J5 rapping on the intro. So Michelle, Roderick, J5, Turquoise, Brandon, my Dukes.
The First Lady, Lauren, and Miss L. I like the First Lady.
I like that. I do too, Ma. I kind of like that.
Okay.
Hey, Kira. Hey. What's poppin', y'all? Okay, listen. You ready for a good show?
Shout out to my man J5 for the intro.
You ready for a good show?
Absolutely.
You ready for a great fucking show?
I mean, what's up? We with it. Let's on.
Go. I got my pots and shit over here. I got my lids and shit over here. I'm ready. Anybody pop off, want to go there? You know, got my arsenal.
Okay. All right.
Before I get into my bullshit tonight, make sure y'all share this right now.
Make sure y'all, yeah, go ahead. No, you got it.
No, go ahead. I feel like that was your moment.
No, I'm just telling them, make sure they go over to the Toast Up Tuesdays page over on Facebook, Instagram, and we're also live streaming over on YouTube. And like she said, make sure y'all share this.
Facts. So before we get into a good show, we want to let y'all know we had a dope sponsor for today's show. I'm super appreciative. This show is sponsored by my daddy. So shout out to Peanut.
My guy, Peanut.
Like, dopest dude. Like, cheers to my dad, and I appreciate all that you do. So listen, it's official. Because of the sponsorship from my dad, guess what's on the way? Tell them what's on the way.
We got the cups coming. We just put the order in. The cups are coming, so y'all can stop bothering us.
Y'all can stop bothering us. So shout out to my dad for making the cups happen. We appreciate you. So let's get into a dope show, Mo.
I mean, if anybody feel like just saying, making a small little donation, they definitely can. Where can they go? L.
Shit, you could just DM me. I give you all the information where you can send it to. Myself or Mo. We take Apple Pay. We take, cash at me, all that good jazz. So inbox me and we got it. So we got cups. They on the way. We appreciate you, Dad. So let's get into this show, Mo.
Yes, sir. So how was your weekend? Valentine's Day weekend.
I was a little bitter. I had a little bitter over the weekend. I ain't even gonna fret. Because the dudes are showing out. Like, it was so cute. And I just wanted to chill with my honey, but I couldn't. So I was a little upset. Just a little bit.
How many days you got?
I got 13.
13 days.
13 days.
All right.
So all good. So how was your weekend?
Hold on. I got a question.
He gonna be so mad I said that.
What type of new outfit you gonna have waiting for him?
Oh, I got it in the mail today.
Tony got me a new sweater. Tony got me a new sweater.
No, it got like stones, and it got like my mom got me together. It got stones in it. I don't even know how to put it together. I'm gonna need a tutorial because it got like blinged out straps and thongs and it's crazy.
Wait a minute, I'm talking about his outfit, not yours.
Oh.
Whoa. Yo, I know my man just did a bid, but golly, wait a minute.
My bad.
Yo, you gotta relax.
Woo! Okie dokie, Smokey. All right. That ain't even what we was talking about.
I'm talking about what type of outfit y'all got laid out for him, man? You know what? It don't even matter. It don't even matter at this point.
I'm low-key embarrassed on the low. So, how was your weekend?
It was chill. You know, said had a good time. You know, celebrated my friend's 40th birthday. Shout out to Ange.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, you know, so we went out to dinner Sunday. It was real cool. Spent it with some homies.
Okay.
You know, and did my pastime. You know, saying smoked on a few, cigars and drank some good whiskey.
Okay, you super fancy. I seen your ashtray with your name in it, and I was like, Mo, Mo bougie, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Hey man, people be saying they be at me because I be bougie sometimes.
Okay, so before we move on, we got some new people in the building. Keith Swan, Southside J, Rashonda, Big Sis Shanita, Sharon, all y'all. Hey y'all, welcome to Toast Up Tuesday.
What's
we just
going
getting
on?
Started.
So another thing too that I did this weekend, I watched Judas and the Black Messiah, which was a phenomenal movie. Did you watch it?
So right now I'm on a TV fast.
What's going on? Okay. So talk to us about that. What's going on? Why are you on the TV fast? We're gonna get into the Black Messiah here, or Judas and the Black Messiah here in a second.
It's just one of those things. Like it was taking up too much of my time, and you know what I mean. Like it was clogging my brain, giving me ideas that I didn't need to have. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, where the P? What? You know, I'm just playing. But no, like it just put things in my head that don't need to be there, and I could be spending my time doing something else. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get some money for real. So like I really gotta like focus on what we got going on, the other projects I'm working on, work. You know, shit, trying to be a wife and shit. You know, so I'm just on something different.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So tell the people about the movie. So for the people that didn't see the movie, like what was the movie Judas and the Black Messiah about?
I mean, if it's about the life of Chairman Fred Hampton, who was a leader of the Chicago Black Panthers, who was also the founder of the Rainbow Coalition, murdered at 21. Shaka King, who directed the film, did a phenomenal job. Daniel Kaluuya, who played Fred Hampton, did a phenomenal job. And then also my man, what's his name? Lakeith Stanfield, played the guy Bill O'Neill, who was the Judas. I think that what amazed me was how young Fred Hampton was and how brilliant his mind was. Like I remember at 21 how I was like organizing people to come out to clubs and parties and stuff like that. Like it kind of made me regret, like, damn, I wish I had that type of vision or was able to use my power that I had of organizing people and maybe do it in a better way. But again, it was such a brilliant film, and the sad reality of it was, the Black Panthers always got a black dark cloud over them, as this terrorist group, but really it was an organization that was beneficial to the Black community at that time. I mean, they were feeding more people, through their breakfast program than the government was, and offering, healthcare, and all of these great things, and it's just sad that they saw the powers of us coming together and uniting during that time. And they sent these informants to tear us down.
Okay, so this movie, I mean, reading about it, I got a gist of what the movie was about. Obviously, I know who Fred Hampton is and, so on and so forth. But so you spoke on, and somebody said the word is assassinated, because you said he was murdered. And it's like, no, he was assassinated. So, like, we got to make sure we use the proper words when we talking about it, because it's a difference. Like, you don't agree or what?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not where I was going with it. But where I was going with it is, you said they had a sense of pride and they came together and everybody was rocking with each other. How do we get that? Like, where do we start for all of us to be on the same page where we rocking with each other? Because that's how we win. We all know that, right? So where do we start? Where's the starting point for us to come together and be like, okay, this is how we take the power. Like, what does that take? And no, Brandon, not Fred Hammond. Stupid. You get on
So to answer your question, I think that the problem for us will be where we going or what we want gonna all look different. You see, and I don't think we're as monolithic as we think we are, because you might want, you might have somebody. I might want reparations. You're saying, and you might want equality. You're saying, so those are the things you're saying that kind of divides us, and like I said, the needs and wants are different. And then,
so you saying that we could figure out a starting point if all of our wants and needs were the same?
And I don't think we will. I don't think that we have yet to come together on one common thing and make that the focus,
But I think equality, though, I think we all can agree that that's what we all want. Like, at the end of the day, like,
but everybody's not fighting for that, though, because again, like I said, if that was the case, then why haven't we been able to get these changes that we necessarily need?
Fair question.
Because, like I told you during the production meeting, the reason why the gay people that community was able to get things changed and done, because it was one thing that they came together on, and they wanted same-sex marriage. And once they was able to get that, then they was able to get other things as well. And
I see where you're going with it.
Huh?
I see where you're going with it. I mean, I see your point. I'm not saying I disagree or agree, but like, I see your point. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of the movie, go ahead.
And then another, I mean, they always send in somebody to try to break that up. You know, so whatever it is, they're going to send somebody in, to break that or ruffle feathers. You know what I'm saying? So. I feel
like when people say it's an agenda, I feel like that's the only agenda that exists. Like, they know what the starting point is. The people with the power, they know exactly where we need to start. And that's what they're doing to prevent us. I mean, they're doing things to prevent that from happening, because they know once we all do unite how powerful we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that. That's a fact. I mean,
absolutely. That's why our, the black leaders, Malcolm, Martin, you're saying Fred, like, those are the reasons why they're dead now this day, because they started to see, and really it wasn't until the end of Malcolm and Martin's life that they kind of started to come together, or whatever, and have some of the same, viewpoints. And when they saw that, it was like, no, we gotta get them up out of here.
Shift that energy. Mm-hmm. So, speaking of the movie, before we move on or whatnot, we had some people that we actually knew in the movie. Which I thought
go ahead, give them their roses. Absolutely.
Super dope. Like, we got to give a dozen roses to, one of my favorite people, Tay Stubbs, and Adrian Watson. I hope I got his name right.
Orlando Watson.
His name is Adrian on Facebook.
I don't know why they got all these different. Yes, shout out to him. And I feel like there was somebody else that was in the movie too.
I think it's super dope to be in a movie with such substance. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know him. He from Warren. He from Cleveland. Or Akron, whatever the case may be. But it's super dope to just say to be able to say we knew somebody in a movie so powerful. So absolutely. I wanted to give them their roses while we could. So.
And let me tell you something, man. If my man Daniel Kaluuya did not win an Oscar for this, they hating.
So let me ask you and the people a question, and I hope I can get this out right, because it might sound weird. So do you feel like a movie such as Judas and the Black Messiah is strictly a Black people movie?
No, I don't feel like any movie is strictly for us. I mean, it might speak to us, a lot more, but these type of films need to be seen by white eyes. And I don't.
But do you think they're like getting up on the couch having family night watching Judas and the Black Messiah though? Like, do you think they like are watching it or lining up or telling their friends like, "Oh, girl, I watched this last night"? Like, do you think that's happening with movies like Judas and the Black Messiah?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I don't think so either. I just want to know, like, yeah.
I mean, and it deserves that. It definitely deserves that, where it needs to be a sit down, and shown amongst, diverse audiences and whatnot. But
I just feel like some of the best movies don't get their full potential because it's not advertised to a certain group of people.
I mean, I think that this film has definitely been advertised, but you never know, especially with social media now. You know, you control your algorithm and what is coming on your timeline. So I think once it started getting that Oscar buzz, it might start getting those type of eyes on it. You know, because I know I'm that type of way. I'll start watching the movie if it started getting some Oscar buzz or whatever, and try to check it out and see what the hype is about. So,
Facts.
hopefully.
Okay.
All right. All right. So with Valentine's just happening, so what do you expect on Valentine's Day? So let me ask. Would you be mad if your significant other probably focused Valentine's Day on the kids or didn't focus on Valentine's Day? Like, what's your expectation for Valentine's Day?
I think Valentine's Day is one of those things like it's cute. Like I want to, I wouldn't mind going out having dinner, or it doesn't have to be like you have to spend a lot of money on Valentine's Day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more so for me, it's the thought that counts on that day. So, like, even if you made me a card or, had a picnic going or something small and intimate where it was just me and you and we can vibe or whatever. But if we had kids, hell no. Like, I would be like, man, that is so dope. Because all you're doing is setting that example or, for if you have a little boy, you're letting them know, like, yeah, this is how you treat your woman. Regardless if it's his sister, his mom, his lady, like, I think that's dope. So if anybody got a problem with that, they're fucking crazy. Like, period. Like, that's cute.
So
you should.
So what if you didn't? What if he didn't acknowledge Valentine's Day at all and didn't? Because I don't really care for Valentine's Day. It's not something I agree or necessarily care to participate in.
I think you should have that. That's an agreement. I mean, a discussion that you have in the dating stages. How do you feel about Sweetest Day and Valentine's Day and Christmas, any other holiday? Like, I think you have to discuss that. Because if I'm into that and you don't acknowledge it, but you didn't know that I'm into it, I really can't be mad that you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta discuss those things, because that's like anniversaries. Are we gonna celebrate them, or is it just another day? Happy anniversary, and we go about our business. Or are we actually gonna go full blown out buying gifts? And we gotta discuss that type of shit, because it can start an argument. Been there. I've been there.
Okay.
Like, where my guy never, like, it was like, oh, I didn't know we was on that level. What do you mean? Like, what? And here I am with a gift, like, looking stupid. So you got to talk about that.
So let's take a few comments. Let me see what they say here.
Let's see what Joe said. Can we put Joe's comment on the screen?
That's all. And that's how I feel too, man. And I feel like if you do it right and appreciate your partner, and you're saying all throughout the year, you're saying like Valentine's Day is just another day. You know what I'm saying? And
agree with her as well. I agree with both of those. Like, it's just whatever what y'all into. But every lady likes to feel special, and I think, but now social media has hyped it to where people are doing things for likes or trying to do, be the coolest, who got the best gifts, or who gonna take the dopest picture.
I don't like that club.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
that.
social media then watered it down a little bit. Like, so, yeah. I want to celebrate Valentine's Day though.
So, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. So, like, I feel like if you're doing things on a regular throughout the year, like making every weekend, you're saying like a date night, or having those, times throughout the week, you're saying, or whatever, like a date night, or I don't know. I've seen something cool, saying, where you write different activities on a stick, saying like a popsicle stick, and you put it in a jar, and then each week you pick out something that you'll do for that weekend or whatever. Like, you're keeping it fun and spicy like that.
I think for the people that's saying, like, love me every day, like, I think that's a given. But on certain days, we gonna go we gonna go there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna take it up just a notch because it is Valentine's Day. So yeah, of course, love me every day. But shit, on certain days, birthdays, anniversary, put a little extra oomph in it for me. So.
And listen, I ain't knocking nobody, and this might sound like I am, but I hate seeing Never mind. I ain't even gonna say it.
No, say it, because now we want to know.
It's like it's already been done. It's just like the flowers or the candles around the bed, you know what I'm saying, or the or having the dinner table with the flowers around. Like,
it's only but that's because people don't want to get creative and use their mind. Like, most girls are cool with just you putting that actual thought into a date. Like, buy my outfit, pick my earrings out, pick my shoes out, lay it out. Tell me put some thought into this shit. Fellas do the let's go out to eat, babe. Let's take a trip, babe. Like, they just think of the normal stuff. Like, it just be so basic sometimes. And that's why I hope my people have had a lot of time to think about some creative shit. Because
I'd be like, all right, we seen it. It was cute.
Get some razzle dazzle going. Put some thank you, Jay. Put some effort into it. Do you how you feel about putting effort into dating? Like dates. Do you like go out your way? Are you super creative, or are you not? Or are you just like, hey, let's go get something to eat. I'm gonna buy you flowers. Like, what kind of guy are you?
I do the flowers. I'll, may go get your favorite, you're saying, snack, or, just hit you with some random shit, you're saying, or, I like to go have fun too. So we might go do something fun.
You want to know one of my best gifts that I've ever received? It was this big bag. It was a red bag. And matter of fact, it was like Sweet as Day or something. And it was filled with my favorite things. Like, but it was the small things that I enjoy. They say Mo ain't doing that extra.
Man, come on, man. I'm a sweet guy. I might, come off as hard, but I like to do, sweet things.
Okay. So this year, if y'all could just drop in the comments, if you have a significant other, what did you receive on Valentine's Day? Real quick before we move on. I just want, because I gifted my sisters. I gave them I gave my little sister some shoes, and I gave my other little sister a dress. Like, so what did y'all get for Valentine's Day? Did you get anything, Mo? Nothing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Whatever that means. I ain't getting nothing either. So before we move on, because I heard somebody in the studio in the background. Somebody was at work, so they didn't get anything. That doesn't mean anything.
But if y'all want to send me something, y'all more than welcome to Cash App L, to help us out, with these Toast Up Tuesday gifts or whatever, sure.
Uh-oh, she got a backpack from her mom. That's dope. My brother ain't get jack. I got a text that said Happy Valentine's Day, which was enough.
Hey, that backpack was kind of dope, though.
Oh, well, thank you, Roderick. I worked the double. Damn, we lame.
Get y'all single asses out of here, man.
Is there anybody that had a date on Valentine's Day in the comments? Anybody? Jeez. Did anybody go out? Like, everybody was in the house or at work.
On Clubhouse.
I wasn't on Clubhouse. I only get on Clubhouse on Tuesday. I gotta Mo need to be swept off them feet. And thanks for the shoes. You're welcome, sister. Giving shows. Yes, sis. Yep. Okay, so we got a guest in the background, and we gon', we wasn't gonna have.
We ain't ready yet. Whoa, relax.
Oh,
we ain't ready.
My bad. I'm dating money right now. I get it.
All right, what's our next topic we can get into before our guests come on?
Chocolate for 6 of my grandkids, and they still here.
They ain't leave yet. Right,
come get y'all kids. Grandma got a life too. Go get y'all kids.
All right. We got coming up my girl Ashanti Lancaster, relationship coach. We're gonna be talking with her about a few things, love, relationships, and B. Simone.
And she's the first lady of the church, y'all. Just put that out there so y'all know.
Yeah,
the fuck meter has to stay off. Lauren, turn the fuck meter off.
Yo, what's going on?
It's off. Boop.
What is popping?
I told Lauren she can be herself around you. She's
absolutely.
You sound pretty. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I ain't got no ugly first ladies now. Come on now.
Let them know.
Let's go.
Thanks. Thank you.
Welcome to Toe Step Tuesdays. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So listen, for those who don't know, now they acting. They put the blank in there. See, why y'all do that, man? They trying to censor. Don't do this today. Don't do this today.
Oh, they being respectful, Mo. Let them be respectful, man.
But listen, even Jesus hung amongst the heathens, man. Like
he was with it. He was with it.
See, they acting up today. Okay, all right. I see what y'all on. So tell the folks what you do, you're saying, or whatever, tell them about Ashanti Lancaster real quick.
So Ashanti Lancaster is a lot of things, probably to a lot of people. I am the first lady of I Am Church, located right here in the city of Columbus. Mo has been to visit us, quite a couple of times. He's becoming fresh, dapper, only in Mo style. I also own a commercial cleaning company. I have for about 7 or 8 years with my husband. I do very well in that. I was in commercial cleaning for probably 15 to 20 years prior to owning my own business. And then the past 3 years, I got into coaching. And it was relationship coaching and life coaching are kind of like my two niches.
Okay. So
I might be booking an appointment before we get off. Nope. We'll get to that later.
Free. Nobody pays for a consultation.
Absolutely. So today, you were talking about B. Simone. Let's get into that. B. Simone has said some things this past weekend centered around that women be wanting high value men, but don't be bringing nothing to the table.
Facts.
Talk to us. How you feel about that comment that she made?
I said what I said, this morning. I was up late last night and I was on, I think, the Shade Room. And so I watched what she said. I was in complete agreement with it. So this morning on my Facebook post, I simply said she was right. And that was all I said. And I guess when everybody got up, it was like, comment crazy. Some people, I would say most people agreed. But there were some people who did not. And it was women. And so I was just I'm just surprised, to be honest with you, that anybody cannot agree with what she said, because she was right in what she said. I think as people, we'd be so sensitive because the delivery was off or because of who it came from, which a message is a message. I don't care who said it, right? The truth is the truth. And so you have people talking about, well, I can't take her serious because she's the same one who says she can't have no 9-to-5 dude. Like, nigga, she's rich. Like, she don't want a 9-to-5 dude. I know I don't want a 9-to-5. You feel me? So I was just kind of lost as to why were they hating so bad, and to see it come from women, I was confused.
So I was like looking through. Oh, go ahead, Lauren.
What exactly were they disagreeing with, though? Like, because I was in the Shade Room comments and I kept like scratching my head, like.
So there were some women, or there were some people saying, well, if we look at like the numbers statistically, how Black women are more educated than the men, or they're making more money than them, so we need to be dating white men then, because a lot of these guys aren't on our level.
And for me, like, that is.
That's ridiculous.
I wanted to say y'all's daddy issues is showing, but I didn't go there. Mm-hmm. But for me, like, it exposed a very, like, who made y'all mad? You know what I mean? Like right. What happens is that women and men, we go through hell in 1 or 2 relationships and we blanket it across the board. And then because you go through something in 1 or 2 relationships, you now make it mandatory for everybody to, I don't know, pay you for pain and suffering. Like, that ain't his fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you bleeding on people who didn't cut you. So you now have this standard that you didn't have because you let Ray, you know what I'm saying, dates you and not commit. You was never his girlfriend for 2 or 3 years. So now when Mike come around, oh, Mike got to marry me 6 months. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that.
Where did this come from?
Where did this come from? And I'm not saying that you didn't learn the lesson or whatever, but I think just making, I don't know, men pay or people pay for the sins of another, that's not okay with me. And so when I saw the comments today and they were talking about black women this and black women that, it's like, why are we going there? Why is there like these are black men we talking about? Why is there so much hate? Why is there so much competition amongst black women and black men? Like, ain't no competition. We build empires over here. You know what I mean?
My
like,
issue is how did we get to it being black men and black women? Like she was making a statement about but that's what I'm saying though. Like, and it became a diss to black men. Like, it is a lot of successful black men out here that are providing and taking care of home like they are supposed to. Like, it's the comments were just weird to me. Like, extremely weird to me. You know what I'm saying, Ashanti? Like, you're saying that, like what Mo said something about we have to date white men. Why? Like, it's so many black successful men out here, but because they may not have to buy you a Birkin bag, that doesn't mean they're not financially stable. You get what I'm saying? Like, some people's expectations are unrealistic, so they look at guys and want these things that, like B. Simone said, you don't bring that to the table, so stop it. So what she said, I'm like, oh, okay. I was eating popcorn, like, check. Like, check.
And I think that's part of it. People don't like to be accountable. People don't like to be, accountability hurts, but it's necessary. Like, it's just one of those things that it has to happen. It helps you grow. It helps you be better. And people always got something to say, like, well, I either can't receive it from her, or all the black men are trash, or black women are the number one income. Like, where are you getting your stats? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, there's more men than women. So like, where are you getting your stats? And I think what I hate the most is why do we make these blanket statements out of the realm of 25 people? Like, first of all, it's 13 million in the state of Ohio. Your little circle of friends ain't even a percent of the population of the state, let alone your city. And so because you dated 3 or 4 bad men or women, you're now making these absolute statements that we just go date white boys. Like, what?
That makes no sense.
Scratch the surface of successful, available black men in your city, let alone state or nationally. We're not even going to talk about international, because now with stuff like this, you can date whoever you want to date, and we're just not doing that.
So there was a conversation that I had a few days ago on Clubhouse where you had a few women who kind of had this self-entitlement, like they didn't want to work. They wanted to live like the white women, in their neighborhood. They wanted men that protects and provide and do all of these things for them. And then the question came up, well, what do you bring to the table? And it was, well, I'm his therapist. I cook, clean, or whatever. And I got, good vagina. Like, that wasn't the word, but it's like, listen. And I said, unless that vagina can hop off them hips and go to the ATM and draw $20, it ain't doing nothing that nobody else's vagina can do. I can cook and clean. That ain't a 12-hour job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And nowadays you can go hire somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? So again, and we all need therapy. So I think that a lot of times people do not come with hard tangibles, and think that those little things, it suffice for, bringing something to the table. And I have a hard time, except like, I need to know, is you going to build this legacy with me? Is you going to build this empire with me? What your entrepreneurial skills are like, these type of things, that's what I look for, somebody that's going to be able to stand, the test of time with me or whatever. And that is going to compliment me, aspire me, and be my better half. So I digress.
I also seen something in the comments where they said that they don't feel like it's genuine coming from her because just last week she was single. And it's like, okay, that doesn't mean last week she didn't feel this way. Like, regardless if she had a man or not, this isn't a single or not single thing. What she said is pure facts. Like,
it's pure facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to make an excuse or justify the truth, and it's an okay moment. A period.
what makes me, you know, because I'm a co-pastor of a church with my husband, it's just people. We ain't never happy. Like it ain't, we're never happy. It's always something is wrong. Whether it's the messenger, the message, the lighting, the air conditioning, it's too hot, it's too cold. Whatever it is, we are ridiculous when it comes to owning your ish. Like just own it. You feel me? And so I wouldn't care if she didn't have no man yesterday. That doesn't mean sis didn't do the work to heal, to get her to the place where she's able to communicate. Like, yo, this is what needs to happen. And my thing is like, you gonna crucify her for what? Because she spoke facts. My granny would say, you better chew that meat and spit out the bone. You take what you need for nourishment. Meat feeds you, it makes you full, it gives you vitamins, it gives you nutrients. Eat the meat. And so what happens, I told my girlfriend this earlier, like what happens with people is you'll have a piece of fish, but the fish is too bony. People throw out the whole piece of fish because they don't feel like putting in the work to get to the meat. It takes work, but that meat is, you need it to grow. So when it comes to somebody saying something, I don't want to hear what you got to say because it's too bony. Well, then my nigga, you're not going to grow because you're not going to get this meat.
Facts.
Period.
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 Period, bro.
I love her. I
Hear
love
me,
it.
period. I'm over
Yo,
here
so
like,
listen, we got some
yes.
questions that we want to ask you. So if our producer can pull them up, let me see here. Is it okay to date a friend's ex? If so, how long after?
A friend, okay. What kind of friend, right? What kind of friend? We talking like associate, you know, from IG? What kind of friend?
Associate ain't a friend.
Your girl, like she come to your house.
Nah.
I'm saying, like you break up with somebody, you got your phone number, like, girl, guess what he did? Friend.
No. Under no. Now, if you want to talk about high school girlfriend, boyfriend, and now we're 35, right?
That don't count.
We ain't talk about that. We talking grown.
We talking about like grown relationship, and I told you all of my internal personal workings with him. Nah, that's first of all, that's not a friend. But you know, we call everybody a friend. So I would really need the definition of that friend, because if they're they're not a friend, if they even think that that's okay, that is not a friend.
Yeah. So I got this thing. My thing is, if my homie ever said he love you, I can't mess with you or talk to you. But now, if he do some, I was about to say if he do some if he do some crazy ish and cross me, then all bets are off.
No,
he ain't no longer my friend. He ain't no longer my friend.
No, because you don't stoop to someone's level. Like, okay, so because someone is disloyal to you, that's like saying, oh, he told on me, so I'm gonna tell on him. No, it doesn't make it right. You can't excuse your actions for theirs, if that makes sense. Like, just because he did something don't make you have to stoop. You know what I'm saying? No. So my thing is, if you're my friend and I've cried to you, vented to you about him, baby, and then you come to me and say we dating, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Like, period.
We fighting.
So
I'm
just gonna say that.
I'm coming to your house and we're gonna fight. Like, it's a physical. You can call the cops. I mean, I think it's only a fair fight because you know you foul. So don't call the police. Just take this L and just, take your man with you.
Yeah.
Shadi, where are you from?
Here.
Oh, you from Columbus?
I was born in California, live and die in LA. So
you a Crip?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I probably would have been with the Vice Lords. I'm too yellow.
Okay.
I feel like you real holy and hood. You know what I'm saying? You might
at the same time. I'm trying to tell y'all, Jesus rolled with gangsters.
Like, so how do you balance the two? So you're a first lady of the church. Some people in your congregation may not get the hood part of Ashanti. So what's that balance look like when you're in the church as the first lady?
Nah, they get that part.
I would come to your church.
Yeah, they get that part. I think that's what makes I think that people just have this crazy tainted view when it comes to like God and who he looked like. He looked like me. And so I would be really doing God a disservice if I was not authentically myself. And this is how he made me. He made me I'm a little ghetto. I like trap music. You know what I'm saying? Like I am who I am. But I preach the gospel too. My husband is the same way. And I think that is probably part of the problem with people in church is that they don't get like an authentic encounter with people. So if I can't authentically encounter you, how am I supposed to authentically encounter Christ when I'm supposed to be a reflection of him? So I'm just always who I am.
And
totally
that's the one thing that I appreciate and like about you and your husband, because, even I joke, you see how I act on social media, but it's always, you embrace me with, saying love, warmth, and you welcome me, you're saying, or whatever. And you keep welcoming me coming back because you already know I ain't right in the head, you said, but y'all still love me, man. And y'all keep it real, you know what I'm saying? And so look, there was something that y'all did that was interesting. I think a few months back, y'all was talking about cannabis or whatever, No,
that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I didn't get to check it out, but tell us a little bit about that. How do you feel about, cannabis?
Okay, so we have this thing called Hot Seat when we like to talk about, I guess you could say topics that the church has written off or whatever. So we talk about this stuff because nobody really wants to give people the how-tos to live this life. Like we just are always told what not to do, but ain't nobody never like, how do I not do what you're telling me I should or should not be doing? So marijuana came up. Now, my husband's story is, he was in the streets, right? And so, went to the penitentiary 3 times. And when I met him, he was living in the halfway house. So when we talk about weed, it ain't like coming from no little simple place. Like, nah, homeboy, like that's what he went to jail for, right?
Yeah, weed.
Right, weed, like would buy a quarter ounce just to smoke on himself. So like and I smoked, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was in church, I smoked, went out, Valley Dale was popping. I'm old, so the Valley Dale used to pop for the
Valley Dale.
That was now, hold on, did you add an ED or was it smoke or smoked?
Smoked.
I smoked. So here's why I do not smoke marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana because I don't like feeling out of my mind. I stopped smoking weed before really my conversion when it came to Jesus. Like I stopped smoking before that. I stopped drinking before that. It wasn't church that I stopped that. I stopped drinking because alcoholism runs in my family. And I was drinking, we would pregame. So Patron was my drink. So we would like shots before. And then I was always the designated driver because I never got drunk. And I remember talking to my dad one day and I was like, yo, like, I don't get drunk. And my dad told me like, quit feeding the beast. And I was like, who's the beast? And he was like, the alcoholism that's in your bloodline. The reason why you're not getting drunk is because you're basically feeding an alcoholic. I was like, dang. So I stopped drinking before I kind of came into who I am right now. And I stopped smoking weed because I smoked this one time and I seen this elephant and I was like, I was done. I was on 270 and I was driving home and I seen pink elephants. And so Cameron wasn't playing in the background. So I was done. I was done smoking then. we had a discussion about marijuana. There's people who go to our church that smoke, and that's not a secret that they smoke. I think a lot of people smoke marijuana. We really came from the context of being of a sober mind. And when Christ was telling us to be of a sober mind, why he was telling us to be of a sober mind was because the enemy is always out looking to see who he can snatch up. And so if you're not sober-minded, you could fall into any trap or any snare at any given time because homeboy's always on his job. He is always waiting for you to slip up. And so be of a sober mind. If I'm sober, I have a better chance at surviving the encounter of this trap or this snare that may be set for me, or I can maybe give instruction to you because the gospel is a very selfless thing. It's not selfish. So maybe God is trying to tell me something about Mo, but I can't even tell Mo because I'm high. So I can't even like really get clear instruction on what to tell. Like, Mo, don't mess with her, bro. Do not talk to her. But I can't. You feel me? Because I'm a Libra. So, and I think that, you know, when it comes to conviction, it's a personal thing. What convicts me don't convict my husband. Like, I'm not convicted with drinking. Wine is not like, I don't, you know, champagne, like I'm not convicted on that. He is, right? But because he is, I don't want to be a stumbling block to him. So I don't drink for that reason, but not because I feel bad for not doing it, but it's really out of honor and respect for him.
Okay.
One of your members came to church and they were intoxicated. Like, what would that conversation look like?
You know, really it's more of a respect thing. You know what I mean? I would ask him, like, would you show up to work drunk? Would you show up to your grandmother's house drunk? You know what I'm saying? It's just respect. It's just one of those things that and we have. So let's be clear. I've been in instances and services, not at our church, but I've been in church a long time, where you do have people who are intoxicated or who are high on crack who come to church because they need help. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, they come up for prayer and they are the way they are. I don't think there's a human in their right mind that would do that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's almost a cry for help. So the conversation looks like, how can I help you? I know you're not coming up here intoxicated, slurring and stumbling because you want to be disrespectful. I understand that something is wrong. It's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what's wrong? And I've had these conversations and they like, my boyfriend just beat me up. You know what I'm saying? Or I got robbed last night. Or there's always something that is behind why people do what they do. So for me, it's more important to figure out what that is. Like, let's work on that. I don't care about like you drinking. For me, that's like the fruit hanging off the tree. Like, what's the root of the issue that has you to this point?
Yeah. So, you know, you've been very candid, open, and you're getting a lot of love, you know, from the people because they're loving you. It. So you told me I can ask you anything you're saying or whatever. So let's talk because we got a very diverse group of people. No, it's nothing bad. But how do you feel? Because, you know, about gays in church, because let's talk about it. You know, that seems to be a very big taboo thing, you know, and a lot of people get turned away because of their lifestyle. You care to talk about that?
Absolutely, we can talk about it for sure.
So when it comes to embracing them and them finding a position, you know, within your church or whatever, how do you and your husband handle that?
So I think that people have this hierarchy of sin. So we categorize like what sin is greater than the other. And what, you know, my only mandate is to love. The Lord ain't never really told me to do anything else. And love is an action word. So if somebody gay comes to the church, what am I supposed to do? I got to love on them. Like, I'm not going to love on you because you chose another way. You know what I'm saying? God doesn't like sin. He loves the person. I don't not like you or I don't hate you because of how you choose to live your life. And if you want to come into the kingdom of God and serve, what do I look like telling you can't serve? Because what the church has done is that they use gays for their musical talents and their abilities to sing and their abilities to play the organ and everything else. But that's it. Like, that's prostitution. That's not okay. And it's like, if you're going to love them for one, you have to love them for everything. And as those are my brothers and sisters, I love them. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't have the authority to tell somebody they can't serve in the kingdom because of their sexual orientation. Because if that's the case, then make sure you get homeboy in the back cheating on his wife and make sure you get, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you wrap them all up and sit everybody down.
Okay, Shanti.
I think we pinpoint homosexuality because it's the sin that's out in the open. Because people that are homosexual who are not living on the down low, they are free in their decisions. Again, I don't like sin, meaning missing the mark. So I'm against homosexuality because the Bible that I believe in, God doesn't agree with that. So I don't believe in adultery either. So if a Negro or a female is cheating on me, I'm not down with that either. Like, I'm not, what grieves God grieves me. But I love them. And so since love is an action word, I'm going to go to dinner with them. They're going to come to my house. Like, I think it's tragic, honestly, what religion has done to that sect of people. I have gay friends, I have gay family, and they will never know the difference. Now, do they know where I stand with what they do? Yeah. If I was a liar, I hope somebody would have the same standard, right? Because I'm a liar or I'm a thief. Like, Negro, you a thief. No, I'm not putting my bag by you. How would I look getting offended? Like, what you mean? Because you steal. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, but you steal. So that is like some of the topics that we talk about on the hot seat. One is coming up is homosexuality in the church. No. Do I agree with it? No. But as far as you coming and me not loving you because you're gay, that is not okay. And God is not okay with that.
Okay.
Okay, so so let's say Tammy and Beth decide to visit your church, you know what I mean? And it's a couples retreat or something. You know how it's an event. Do you guys allow them to come and be a couple amongst everyone else? Or like, no, because we're in the church. Like, what does that look like?
That's a really good question. We have a couple that attends our church that are married. And so if that was something that they really wanted to do, I'm sure that conversation would take place prior to then. And for us, at the end of the day, we have a standard because I'm not in agreement with homosexual marriage. If I'm having a marriage retreat, it would line up with what the Bible says about marriage. Same way I wouldn't let somebody who's not married come. Like, well, me and homeboy been together 10 years, we're not married. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the same standard across the board. When we have overnight stuff, like, well, can he come spend the night? Y'all got to get separate rooms. Why? Because my standard, I can't like allow certain stuff to happen because at the end of the day, I don't agree with what you do. And so that's probably a conversation in love that would happen. And a lot of people, believe it or not, they know, like they understand and they respect it. And so we won't get approached, with a lot of that. But I mean, if that was to happen, I think it's definitely a conversation.
Okay. So before you go, we have this thing about one of the topics today, and we decided, since you're here, when it comes to white lies, what is your, I guess, what is, yes, the measurement? Like, when do your morals kick in and be like, you know what, this is a little too far? Everybody tells a little white lie.
So like, I should say.
You talking about, you asking me personally or like in general across the board?
You.
I mean, it could be personal or across the board. I mean, tell us somebody. My granny
would say like some things you take to the grave, right? Uh-huh. And when I got older, I realized she was saying, when you understand that it's going to be detrimental or going to cause damage to somebody else, some things you keep to yourself. Example, do I look fat in this? No. Why? Because that could potentially be more detrimental than the truth.
Okay.
So when you're talking about a white lie like that, now, when you're talking about, I give you a good one. I had a client the other day who is in some bull crap. She knows that her best friend's dude is cheating. She knows it. And she don't feel like it's her place to say anything.
Why she feel like that?
It ain't her place. You have people like, that ain't my place. That ain't my place. That ain't my place. And so she's been white lying, basically, not like in your face, like, oh, I ain't seen him. You've seen him with Sabrina. You know what I'm saying? Like, all names are fake, by the way. It's not real names. And so I think like at that point, that when you're talking about friendship, when you're talking about relationship, like, nah, like that is not okay. Who are you loyal to? That needs to be, you need to lead with that. And if you are morally in question, for me, then the buck stops there. If you have to stop and ask yourself like, oh, this is heavy, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
See, I've been in this predicament before where I seen one of my friends' husbands, saying cheat on her. I didn't say nothing because usually, and I've seen this before too, where I go and report what's happening, and then she'll be mad at him, but then he'll sweet talk his way back into you saying her life, and then he mad at me, and now they's like, nah, I don't want you hanging out with him anymore.
Nah, I'm telling.
Then I'm the person on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself two questions. If it was Mo's wife cheating, would you want to know? And number two, do you really want that kind of homeboy in your camp that's cheating on his wife? Because for me, if you cheat, you lie, and if you lie, you steal, and if you steal, you kill. They all line up together. And so if you're gonna cheat on your wife, then at this point, you're a cheater, meaning you probably be doing some lying to me too. And so do you even want that kind of person in your camp? And if you're not going to say something to her, are you going to check your friend?
And then my thing is, what else won't you tell me? Like, what if it's something that's going to be detrimental to my life? Like, such as my husband cheating on me. Like, that's detrimental. Like, heartbreak is real. Like, no one wants to go through that. So if you know something and you're smiling in my face, knowing my significant other, you know, nah, that ain't no white lie to me. That's
nah,
black ass lie.
Right, you lying with your black behind. You lying like that ain't no. Again, for me, that's a moral fiber, and we all are built different. So, you know, the definition of like all unrighteousness is sin. So what, like whatever, it's all unrighteous. It's not like, oh, white lie, black lie, all of it. God looking at all of it like, nah. But when you're talking about what pulls us in our moral code, that to me is what we ignore as people. Like, you be convicted on some stuff and you like kind of put it back. Like, don't do that. Like, go ahead and lean into that, because conviction brings change. And if you're convicted about something, like, dive into, why do I feel like this? Like, why do I feel like that's wrong? Because it probably is for you, right? Because your stumbling blocks or whatever ain't mine.
Absolutely. So before you get out of here, do you mind taking some questions for the comment section?
Sure. What they talking about? I can't wait to hear these.
Let me see.
Ooh,
I mean, they watching
you
right now. You've been getting a lot of praise on here.
They love you, actually. So does anyone have any questions for Ashanti before she dips up out of here? Because y'all know, and be respectful, First Lady.
Yeah, they can get a little crazy. They can get a little crazy.
That's fine. I'm like Peter. You know, Peter had a knife, but I got a 45, so it's fine.
There you go. So I mean, there's some people. So tell me where your church is. You know, if they in town or whatever, they want to come check you out.
Absolutely. So, y'all know COVID. She is a lot of cuss words. And so we were at the YMCA off of Woodland Ave. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the Y shut down. Our church we just turned 2 last September. So the Y shut down because of COVID. And then my husband had the bright idea to go outside. And we was at like random parks and it was popping. We was at Franklin Park. We had about 150 people outside.
Oh, wow.
Cold again. And you know, Black people, we don't do cold and we don't do the rain. So we kind of went back into the Y and it was a weird transition. And so we pulled completely out of the Y and we went and we converted a warehouse into a studio. And so our studio seats about, and Mo's been in since we've started the studio, it seats about 35 or 40 people. Mm-hmm. And you got an RSVP, of course, to get a seat. And that's 2175 South James Road. And that's every Sunday at 11. And then, of course, we stream online. We stream live on YouTube and Facebook every Sunday, same time, 11 a.m. And that's I Am Church 614 is our Facebook and YouTube. And you can, on YouTube, you can see like all the past preachments and everything.
Okay. All right. So we have Ray. She asked, what is the biggest challenge of your conversion?
Ooh, what still is people.
Okay. Elaborate.
What you mean by people?
So you know, people say like I'm church hurt, right? And the thing about the church is that it's not a building. So unless a brick fell off and hit you in the head, the church didn't hurt you, people hurt you. And so I think that what happens is that we have almost this expectation of a higher standard from people who love God, and we're just people. And it doesn't make us perfect, and it doesn't make us not ignorant, and it doesn't make us not do dumb stuff. So with me dealing with people, it's the same. Loving still and giving grace still and not wanting to slap nobody. Like this is a real, like I think people, again, they don't think that pastors struggle with this stuff, but we do. The difference is the expectation that I don't haul off and slap somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that I don't look at somebody across the table like, you've got to be one of the most, right? Or when we're getting dogged out, or when we're getting talked about, or when people leave the church and dog the church out, and you know, I'm a thug for real. So like I be wanting to like get on, and I'm a confronter. Like that's just my personality type. I don't do no then, and I get on the phone and I call like, so what's up with that one thing you were talking about? Like, when you talking about me, that's who I am. So the biggest hurdle of this whole thing, of my whole Christian walk, but especially now, is letting God just handle people.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
It's hard like that. We appreciate you coming through. Anytime you want to come, yeah, you got a place here, man. You
got a vibe. Like you the coolest first lady on the planet, bro. Like,
thank you. I appreciate it.
I kept trying to tell you, Lauren,
amazing.
like Lauren was like, "Oh, I gotta chill." You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Yeah, I was scared because I got a little ratchet ghetto with me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I be having fun on Tuesdays, and I'm like, but you are amazing. Your energy was dope. I'm one of those people that have not been to church, but I can't wait for Sunday to come so I can tune in. So I will definitely be tuning in.
Absolutely.
Can you make sure you share the link on Sunday?
Sure. So the link again is I Am Church 614. We go live from Facebook every Sunday and YouTube. So if you turn your notifications on, it'll let you know when we're going live. And you'll probably see me because I do prayer. And then after that, you know, praise team, and then my husband. And he probably the freshest pastor you ever meet.
Okay,
that's he be in there with his J's on.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
No, he be head to toe. He be fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
last week, you missed it last week, Mo. Last week he had on his Yeezys. I mean, like it just kind of depends on what the, you know, and I think I had on like a sweatsuit and I had some Jordan 1s on. So it just, you know, that's who we are.
And your husband get major points too, because he's from Northeastern Ohio. He's from Canton, so you're saying.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
He's from Canton.
Yeah.
And McKinley's finest.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Hey, anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
You're more than welcome.
Let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on. It was dope.
Much.
You're welcome.
Much love. See you soon, girl.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Hey, you was right.
Listen, I told you, man. That's the homie, man.
You know I love females with dope energy. And she's like top 3 guests.
Okay.
I'm putting her in the top 3 guests.
Okay.
Like straight up.
Sure.
Like, no, for real. Like she said my nigga like 10 times.
Listen, man.
Like the way
I think sometimes, man, we put, you know, these Christians or people who we feel like is of the cloth, you're saying, to a higher standard, which we should. I mean, but at the end of the day, her thing is we are all human. We are all people. You know what I'm saying?
Respect it. You know, I said I ain't going to nobody's church, and I would listen to what they had to say. I would give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, I would give them a chance. I ain't even
and that's why I continue to go to their church, because you're saying they are open arms. Just saying they are people. You're saying, and as you can see, she's down to earth, man, and very chill. Yeah.
And it's gonna be weird transitioning into this next topic before we wrap up, because we, you know, the first lady was just here, and then we're gonna go into.
So how did this come about? Like, let's talk about that.
You started it.
Nah, don't talk. Tell them what it's about.
You started it because you was like, if you ugly, you can't really talk to me crazy.
Yeah, so yes, exactly. Like, my thing is, if you're ugly, you can't be ugly and have an attitude, or you can't be ugly and talk to people crazy. You got to pick a struggle. Now, I might take a little lip from somebody that's cute, but you're saying if you just completely ugly.
But what classifies you as ugly? Like who? Because like I've been.
You listen. You know if you ugly now. Listen. Stop.
First of all, I wake up ugly. Like if you see me on the flesh on a normal day, if you look at my story right now, I had a hat on and no makeup on, no nothing. I'm ugly. Real life catfish.
Okay.
So like what's ugly necessarily?
Man, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. Now you know what ugly is.
No, I try not to call people ugly.
Man, you call kids ugly. Babies ugly.
First of all.
You talking about you don't call people ugly. Stop it.
Why
now you gotta take the cap off.
Why would you tell these people that I call people's kids ugly?
Because you made a whole post about it.
I don't mean I call kids ugly. I asked the question.
So are you telling a white lie or black ass lie right now? Do you call kids ugly?
All right, I ain't gonna front. Like I feel like I'm gonna have an ugly baby because I have called kids ugly. Like, but I feel like we can see. So at the end of the day, if someone's ugly, but what's ugly? For real though, because I've dated some people that people were like, oh, he ugly. So
all I'm saying is listen, lower your voice. If you ugly, don't talk to me crazy. You talk nice to me. Talk nice to me. You can't talk crazy to me.
But what is okay? So you mean to tell me because your D is big, you mean to tell me that you can get away with more because you have big D, or you can say certain things to me because your D is big, or because you're cute, you can say shit to me that's out of line? Like, is that what you're saying?
I don't know nothing about who you talking to about some big D.
So you called kids ugly in the past. Now you don't know what ugly is. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
Jay and Mo, listen. My ugly might not be your ugly is all I'm saying. So how can you... Because I'm ugly when I wake up. Like, when I look in the mirror in the morning, I'll be like, shit, sis, ugh. Like, I think I'm ugly.
But you don't think you're ugly because you take a whole lot of pictures, and ugly people don't take a whole lot of pictures.
With a whole makeup on. Go through my pictures, I guarantee you 100% of them got a filter on them. No, okay. It ain't because I'm ugly. It's just because that's what I give you.
Lauren be capping, man. Listen, she out here calling babies ugly, but now we put her on the spot and ask her what's ugly.
I don't call babies ugly. I might call a kid ugly. Like, all babies to me are pretty much ugly until they start developing their personality. Like 30 days in, they pretty much get their personalities.
Your friend just asked you a question.
So you have to have big dick to have big dick energy. That's a good question, actually. Because I know somebody that don't. And they give off BD energy and people... Never mind. I'm talking too much.
No, say what now? Say what now?
You know how you about to say some shit and you like, how would you know that? That was one of them. But no, like... Ladies, what's big dick energy? BD energy. So yeah, if you ugly, big chill. So y'all really agree that if you ugly, you can't talk to me crazy.
What's BDE? Oh, big. Oh, never mind. Okay.
What is it? Oh, big. Yeah. You know me too, Rashonda. I know very little that has that attitude. Like I know a few that comes to mind when I say that, but I don't know a lot that, have that type of energy. But I also haven't said like, dude, you too ugly to be talking to me crazy. I've never said that.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
I've never said your D too little for you to be talking to me crazy. I've never said those words.
And sometimes you just can't be letting anybody just call you ugly either. I mean, you might be ugly, but you just can't let everybody call you ugly.
What you mean? Like, how the fuck do you pick and choose who calls you ugly? If you ugly, you ugly. Like, I've been called ugly before, and I'm like, first of all, I got makeup on. I'm not ugly right now. So, like...
I mean, listen.
When you first wake up in the morning, that's what I'm saying. A man truly has to love me, because to roll over and I'd be like, good morning. I ain't cute.
Now, Lauren, you capping, man. I see what you're trying to go for here.
I got black bags under my eye. Like, no, I'm legit serious. Like, I be having crust all in my eyes. Like, I slobber when I sleep. Like, I wake up and I'm hit. Shit. Exactly, Sharon. I don't care what you look like and what you have in your pants. Don't talk to me crazy. Period.
BDE is about his confidence, the way he carry himself, and alpha male.
That word alpha. Uh-oh. Melody. They said alpha.
All right, let's go on to our next one. Let's see what we got. This is
Before
our last
we wrap
one
up out of here. No, I'm only cute with makeup on. I'm serious. I'm gonna post a picture tomorrow when I look at that.
What's the last one? What's the last one? What's the last comment? I mean, not last comment, but topic of the night.
Last time. Oh.
Venting versus dumping. Let's talk about this. So when it comes to venting or dumping, so say if you have a friend that's always coming to you, dumping their issues on you, you're saying, and then it's not venting. There's one thing between venting. Like, venting is just somebody who's coming to get some things off their chest, you know what I'm saying? They might have some life issues or whatever, and they're coming to you just for you to be an ear, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe some advice. Now, you have those friends, you give them advice, and they always seem to find themselves in issues and problems and whatever, and they're coming and dumping all their issues and unloading on to you all the time. Do you get rid of them or keep them around?
We're just gonna limit the conversation because I'm not in a position to where I'm about to keep hearing the same thing over and over. Like, okay, look, so I'm gonna use my relationship for example. Okay, we break up a lot. Okay. So at some point, I stopped calling my girlfriends like, girl, let me tell you about, because it's the same story. And at that point, it's now dumping because it's like, sis, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to keep hearing this. And that's okay. So I stopped. Like, I ain't about to keep listening to the same thing over and over with you.
And I think
it's a limit.
To a certain degree, it's kind of disrespectful because you never know what your friend is going through. You're saying, and everybody ain't got time to be hearing that all the time. You're saying, like, you know, figure the shit out yourself. You know what I'm saying? But be respectful. Like, and again, like Southside J, like, that is a toxic friend. You're saying that's always pouring. You're saying, like, unloading and dumping into you. Like, nobody got time for that, man.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna keep telling you should leave him, or because then you get mad at me because now I'm giving an opinion about your situation. You're leading me to give my opinion on it, and you're not going to maybe respect what I'm saying or how I feel about your situation. You know what I'm saying? So now we into a disagreement because you asked for it. I kept it real. Now you mad based on what I said. It's for real. Like, you stop answering the phone for certain people. Like,
so
you rather text.
Do you put boundaries on that relationship at that point, or just start messing with them, like, slowly? Like, take yourself away from, like, talking to them, answering their phone calls, hanging out with them.
Yeah, I'm at a point where I'm gonna move around a little bit because, again, like I said with the whole TV fast, like, if I'm trying to better myself or get myself in a position where I'm elevating and flourishing, I ain't about to sit because that's all that's gonna do. I might as well watch basketball wise if that's what the type of drama I want. So if I'm trying to eliminate certain shit out of my life, I ain't about to keep answering your phone call to hear about some bullshit going on in your life because you ain't trying to change it. So now I keep liking it.
Let me slow it down. Let me see. So Shanti said, excuse me. Go ahead and read that. I'm going to get a drink real quick.
She said, absolutely. Healthy boundaries equal healthy relationships.
What you reading?
Rashonda, can we put Rashonda? Venting needs permission. Dumping is illegal. You can't dump your garbage and leave it. You get fined for that. You can't vent to release. You can vent to release the steam, but you can't dump and leave your trash. Somebody screenshot that.
I absolutely agree. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, boom. There we go.
I need somebody to screenshot that and send that to me so I can have that, and Janelle's as well, because I think that is they're very similar statements. And what people have to realize is I'm not obligated to listen to your dumping. I'm not.
Yes, I agree. Venting is like, and that's why I said, you know, sometimes just being a listening ear, and they don't even require giving advice, you know. But you definitely should have, that permission. And again, your problem shouldn't always be a constant thing that you're unloading onto your friend.
And what's my mental state? Like, I think we forget about
That's true too.
We call people and be like, girl, let me tell you, we gotta see how they doing first. Because sometimes, like, when you try to vent to me, I'm not in the right mental state for you to even talk to me on that type of level. Because now I'm not being afraid of listening because I'm not focused. I'm focused on me at that moment. So you have to ask questions before you just start. We're in a pandemic. Anxiety is high. Depression is high. We all going through something. So you got to be very, very careful right now on venting versus dumping. Just be very mindful. Talk to yourself.
Absolutely.
No, for real.
All right.
To yourself.
So, for those who don't know, go over to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube where we're live streaming on YouTube. Go over, like our YouTube page. No, like all of the pages. I'm sorry. I'm messing up. I'm messing up.
Go like us on Instagram too. Myself, Mojals, and I think mine is _Lauren1Michelle on Instagram. So go like us as well. We're gonna be in Clubhouse after this. Again, this show was sometimes I pull back, miss a call, limit text, whatever. Me too, Janelle. That's where I'm at with a lot of people, and they think I'm a bad friend. I'm just in a different mental space. I'm chasing a dream in a bag. Y'all gotta bear with me. I ain't in that space.
Okay. We got any giveaways tonight?
I think we got a lunch. I think we'll do a $10 lunch. Do a $10 lunch. Come up with something real quick before we get up out of here. $10 lunch for the people that's on. What we doing? Production, if you got something that pop up, it's on the screen too. But we got 15 seconds to figure it out.
What was the address of the church that she gave?
There we go. $10 lunch on the line for the address of the church that was given on the show that you have to RSVP. You know the answer, correct?
Yep, and she's watching to give it.
Just in case you know, huh?
Yeah, right.
All right, so we got about 6-something James Road. Crystal, you almost there. We need a little bit more. 2175. Oh,
she wasn't supposed to give it out. She wasn't supposed to give
Look,
it
I
out.
thought somebody have it. You see me like 2175. Okay, so how about Audrey? We're gonna give it to Audrey. She was the first one. Thank you, Ashanti, though. But we're gonna give it to Audrey, even though Audrey should just cook for me. But we're gonna give Audrey $10. Make sure you send
Yeah, so make sure y'all definitely check it out. It is I Am Church 614. Check it out on Sundays virtually.
No, we going Sunday. Everybody meet us on Sunday. We going to church on Sunday.
I might have to show up.
I ain't gonna be there on time.
All right.
Mo's birthday coming up, y'all. Mo's birthday coming up.
So if they want to, yes, as a matter of fact, my birthday. When is my birthday? No, I'm like, is it Monday or Tuesday?
It's Monday.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
If anybody trying to up in the car with me, I might go slide on Mo. Let me know if y'all available Sunday, Monday. I'm up out of here. Mo, sliding through.
Nah, you ain't got an RSVP for online. That's for only in person. So, yeah.
So Monday's Mo's birthday. We're gonna be celebrating all weekend. So make sure we're gonna be dropping cash apps if y'all want to donate to Toe Step Tuesday. Everything. We are in the process of getting cameras and new everything. So we'll be dropping the cash app soon. So yeah. Any final thoughts? Roll call.
Let's see where y'all from.
Where y'all from? Hey, where they at? Hey, where y'all streaming from? Hey, and just so y'all know, if anybody want to try me, let a nigga try me. Where y'all streaming from?
Yo, y'all better hurry up. I gotta use the bathroom, man.
I gotta pee
I'm
too, Mo. Listen,
trying to
I'm
hold
over
it,
here
man.
like,
listen.
I'm over here trying to dance, like, hey.
At this point, I don't even I don't give a damn where they from at this point, man.
Me either, because I gotta pee too. Like, what is going on?
Oh my God.
I'm Lauren Michelle, aka Cool Ass L.
Yo,
Rematch.
I'm aka my bladder's full. I gotta go. Yo, this is Toast Up Tuesdays. I'm out. See y'all at Clubhouse.
Yeah.